this sun is about to disappear. But it's so pretty here. There it is. More and more people coming down to fish too. Yikes! It's on an angle, isn't it? Yay, there we go. Hi. Nah, I'm not going to be here for very long, but if you don't mind being on my live stream, that's fine. Good morning, good evening. Yeah, good evening it is. So I got my chihuahua and fishing. I can't even see them. There they are. I just moved back because the sun's disappearing. I just did a live stream in my private support group, in my reality awareness support group. This thing is annoying me. I can't get it straight. How funny. Talking about business and everything that I've learned. Well, it's not really everything that I've learned, because how do you compact that into a short live stream? But I've just been consistently... This thing is so fucking annoying me right now. Okay, perfectionist, just let it go. Okay, so if you are considering going online or anything like that, obviously I've only been doing it for years, so I'm no kind of expert, but I'm definitely have a bit of experience under my belt and fucking been stumbling along and learning as I go. So if you and kind of just the courage to put yourself out there, whether you're online or not, but you've got a gift that you want to share with the world and you're not sure how to do that or have the courage to do that, I highly recommend jump over to my reality awareness support group and check out the live stream I just did in there, titled Let's Talk Business. So I'll post the link in the comments to that free group if you want to check that out. Now I wanted to jump on real quick and just say that don't fucking judge somebody. Don't, you know, like, we will judge somebody when we've got our own shit going on. We will judge somebody when we're not listening to our own inner self. We will judge somebody because it's easier than having compassion. We will judge somebody because we're stuck in our fucking heads than being in our heart. And I think it's just, like, it just felt so strong today to remind everybody, and I know you guys do amazing, right? Because you wouldn't be following me if you're not fucking amazing. And I just, it just irks me when people just jump straight into judgment. And the only reason people do that is because they've got their own fucking shit going on. And they get triggered and they fucking jump in their stuff. But it really, yay Frankie, it really fucking hurts people, you know, like words, you know, what's that saying, you know, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It was a fucking crock of shit, right? Words have a lot of power. Can check out Dr. Emoto's work if you haven't, you know, ever followed or seen any of his work before, because words actually affect things. Our feelings affect things around us, right? We have a very powerful vibration and being, and it's, you know, a bucket load of responsibility of what you're doing with your energy and how you're bringing it to the table, especially in relationships, and owning what you're bringing to the table and putting in the space. Yeah, now the whole thing around, you know, like somebody judging somebody else, it's like it like those words sting people. And they can, those stings, like, you know, talking about like a bee sting or a wasp sting, they fucking can sit there and then they fester. And this is like, you know, like a subconscious thing, like the sting will be in there of those words that someone said when we're a tiny kid or when we're growing up, right? And those words sting, those needles sit in there, they fucking fester, they become massive wounds, and then there's like all this self-worth, or, you know, like, and then they can put a protective concrete armor around it, and that'll be fucking like their rah, yeah? So underneath that person who's judging is usually their own fucking wounds that are festered and they haven't looked at their own stuff, right? Now, I just really wanted to come on here and just remind you, you know, if you're having a bad day, like, just be mindful, take care of yourself, but just don't say anything that you're going to regret, because words fucking hurt and they sting, and it does take a little while to recover from them consciously. And you know, just try having compassion for the other person, you know. And the other reason people judge is because they simply don't understand. Because our society is all about, you know, being better than, or, you know, being the best, or trying to have control or power over another person. And we will get judgmental and harsh when we don't understand something. So instead of trying to understand it, how about you just, right, because understanding is like wanting to say something back, right? Wanting to have the last word, wanting to do that. How about having an open mind, open ears, and just fucking listening for the sake of actually listening to to listen to the other person, yeah? I hope they catch some fish. It's like, you know, just opening yourself, extending yourself to have compassion, and just to be able to listen to somebody. You know, you don't have to fucking say anything. You don't need to help them. You don't, you know, the most powerful thing that somebody can do to help another person is to just fucking listen to them. All that anybody wants is to be heard, to be loved and accepted as they are. Doesn't matter how dark all the shit is. You just have to fucking listen, because it's not even about you. It's not about them even. It's just stuff. Doesn't mean anything. It's valid. It's their feelings are valid, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just stuff, and people just need to drain stuff. So, you know, don't fucking judge what you don't understand. Try opening your heart, opening your ears, and listening instead of just fucking judging, right? If you're judging something, fucking ask yourself why. It's 3 fingers. I talk about that all the time. You judge something, you've got 3 fingers pointing back at you. You're wanting to understand more about yourself, but don't take it out on the other person. So Byron Katie's work and Judge a Neighbor worksheet is excellent. It's a great tool for processing judgment. Thank you. I know Byron Katie's work. I love Byron Katie's work. I haven't heard of that tool though. Thank you for that, Frankie. Alright, that's all I wanted to say today. Short and sweet, very to the fucking point. So keep an open heart, keep an open mind, and if you're really struggling with how to kind of shift the heavy shit in your relationship, calling in your soulmate is all about that. Because, you know, it's like filling up your belly, yeah? Filling up your belly, nourishing at your core. And if there's any shit in your core and in your womb, which, you know, is carried down, whether you're male or female, you've got your energetic sacral chakra womb. If that's carried down like through generations as well, we go through clearing out wound stuff, wound and womb, and looking at the why we're pointing when we need to be pointing back at us. How to clear shit in the space between relationships. Doesn't matter if it's a personal relationship or a work relationship or a family relationship. We clear out the shit so that once we got a clear being, we start to attract from that vibrant space, and then know what comes in the space and whether to move forward with that. So I'll post the link in the comments for calling in your soulmate. Early bird is open, but is not open for very much longer. So if you want to join us on the 21st September, you want to get in now to grab that early bird. If you're watching the replay, please comment any thoughts that you have about judgment or opening to compassion and seeing the other person's point of view without needing to tell or fix them anything. And if you've got any questions, obviously, please jump on and comment below, and I'll come back to this live stream. So nice and short and sweet today. Have a beautiful evening. Lots of love. Keep it real. Namaste.